Spouses can't complete each other because they're too busy competing with each other. I'm going to say that again because I don't want you to miss that. Spouses can't complete each other because they're too busy competing with each other. I want to talk about this a little bit because it's been getting a lot of buzz today. A couple of angry people are in my inbox blaming the other spouse, putting down the other spouse. Spouses can't complete each other because they're too busy competing with each other. You know, the first thing I want to say is I hear all the time spouses talking about losing themselves in the relationship. Well, in my humble opinion, you're supposed to lose yourself in the relationship. You're supposed to become one in the relationship. You're supposed to have a vision for the relationship. You're supposed to have goals for the relationships, and you're supposed to have one vision for the relationship. That vision, those goals, and that direction can't be into the derogation of the relationship. I'm going to say that again because I know I need to say that again. Those visions and those goals and that direction can't be in the derogation of the relationship. I think comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of happiness. Comparison robs a lot of good marriages out of happiness and a lot of well-being. Marriages have become so fragmented these days. Marriages have become disenfranchised these days. If you have a partner, which means you are joined together, that every good thing that you say, they have a but. Every good thing you say, they have a however. Every good thing that you say, they contradict the very goodness that you're trying to bring to the relationship. That is a spouse that is competing with you. In instances like that, the relationship will not survive. In instances like that, the relationship, unless the partner changes their mind, the relationship is doomed. Secondly, the reason those things happen, in my humble opinion, is because the partner who is on the end of maybe not receiving some of the adulation that the other partner is getting, the partner on the other end of that has a sense of jealousy because the partner that's achieving the most has not made it clear that I'm achieving these things not to the derogation of you, but I'm doing it for the family. Sometimes, if the person is not mature enough, they don't see that partner doing it for the family. They see it doing it for their own aggrandizement. If you have a partner that is achieving and doing and not making you an essential part of that achieving and doing, then that partner is not a good communicator. That partner could be very well competing to put you in a place of subordination. No, I'm just speaking facts here. If you have a successful partner and that partner is not making you an intricate part of what they're doing, then you might have an immature partner, a partner that does not communicate well, and a partner that could be using their success to put you in a place of subordination. Spouses can't complete each other because they're too busy competing with each other. Most of us hadn't went through any premarital counseling. Most of us hadn't been into situations where we've seen really functional relationships. Most of us are putting the plane together in flight. Most of us have come from so dysfunctional environments, marriages, relationships. We always are trying to get something for ourselves because in our mind, the totality of trust is not in our partner. We think, not erroneously, that the relationships is not going to last because the statistic tells us 75% of marriages end in divorce. Because most oftentimes we have this erroneous idea that our marriage is going to fail like the other ones. And I shouldn't say erroneous because the statistics say they might. But there are some variables why those relationships, in my humble opinion, fail. Because spouses can't complete each other because they're too busy competing with each other. Communication is not confrontation. Communication with your spouse has to be clear, concise, and sitting down, understanding what the road is ahead, what you can accomplish together, and what if you are accomplishing things individually, how they would be for the embetterment of the relationship. No. I didn't say for the embetterment of yourself. I know this is going to be hard, and I know my inbox are going to get more traffic. If your goals are individual and not congruent or synonymous with the well-being of the family, then your goals are incongruent with the sustainment of the marriage. Listen to me. We all have a lot to learn about this thing called marriage because we have to go through some very difficult times in learning how to compromise with a person sometimes that's uncompromising but has not made that clear in their goals and objectives for the relationship. We are all guilty of that. There needs to be a re-edification of this thing that we call marriage. There needs to be a realignment of this thing that we call unions. Because unions have to be an equal partnership, but they have to be interdependent to survive the onslaught of options we have in other people, the onslaught of different careers and attitudes and other opportunities that we have. Unless you're going in the same direction, your marriage is doomed to fail. And these vows, in my humble opinion, have to be renewed every day. Trust has to be renewed every day. Affirmations have to be renewed every day that you are the only person that I'm living for, that I'm breathing for, that my goals and my vision are for. If that person understands that, then I think maybe they'll stop competing with you. Maybe. But they have to be in a place of maturity themselves. So I'll quote this again and I'll end it here. Spouses can't complete each other because they're too busy competing with each other. We all have roles. We all have responsibilities. We all have a mission, but that mission should be interconnected on the union of togetherness and sustainability. Don't let that go over your head. I hope we can garner some discussion on that. I am all open for it, and I'm all well to do it. Thank you. Have a great day. Woo! Take care of yourself.